and buy my car to sit and look at it. I can't take it with me, but if it can make me some money, it's gonna make me some money. Couple boxes or something, but then it'd be regular packages. As the week goes on. Okay, you got an extra vest?
Vest?
Yeah.
I ain't getting that.
Thank you so much.
You going to get your box, maybe?
No. Yeah. I'm going to get shit.
He's turning all the barcodes around so he can scan his package. So the blue numbers, what you putting on there, you put them in order as delivery go, like one.
When I get ready to load them, put
So
them in there the last package is closer to the back of the car.
okay, that's what I was thinking. We got the car all packed up. The ones that's closer to the end is closer to us. The ones that's first is back there. We all finished. And we finna get out of here. It took us what? How long that took? Probably like
Not long.
15 minutes to load up. Not even that, probably.
Like a, what you call it, like a mail place, like a P.O. box.
Mm-hmm. So we gotta drop off a whole bunch
It's
there.
like three or four packages at Nordstrom's, and then it's like 3 or 4 packages at the P.O. box, which helps out because it's supposed to be 41 stops. But when you get them places where you can drop off 3 or 4 packages at one place, it makes your day quicker. So them 2 stops, instead of having 41 stops, if one stop takes up 4 packages and the other stop takes up 3 packages, that's 7 packages total going to 2 locations, so it makes your day faster.
Okay. And people just loading up there. You go out the same way? Check
Have a good day.
in here.
That's what I'm gonna check in.
And we check out. And we on our way. They home. But who would have thought this shit was back here?
Box trucks.
Nobody. I was telling Tanya about it. She was like she could do it on the weekend.
Took a little $100, but for the cars, it's like $75, $80.
No, she gonna use mama's car. That's for box trucks. But yeah, so we on our way. Alright, so I was wondering like how the addresses are loaded up in the app, and like as you can see they number.
All the stops numbered. That's why I was numbering the boxes.
Okay.
Because they go in order for how you number it. So I number the boxes, and they tell you like proceed to stop 1. So you just proceed to stop 1. It automatically open up the map for you, and you click start.
And
and they take you to the address, and then after you deliver the package and complete that you're done, it's gonna go to stop 2, and you open that up in the map, and it takes you to stop 2.
Okay. So this is 41 stops. We know because we numbered it 41. I don't want to put that address on there. But he said normally it'd be packed to the ceiling. You wouldn't be able to see in the back and the front seat. And
we can show. I'll show a picture of that.
Put a clip. We'll add a clip in there.
I took a picture of it.
So yeah, we headed to our first stop. And just chopping it up.
Normally when it's 60, it'd be looking like that. But I got other pictures. It'll be all in the front
and
seat.
the front seat as well. So I won't be on those stops because we only got 41 stops. And so normally if you have a lot of stops, I won't be able to come.
It ain't that we can't finance and go get a box truck. I don't want to take away from what we already have comfortably sitting as a family, hanging out, going out to eat, and how we live life now. I don't even want that to be in a play. Plus, I don't want to keep financing stuff. Just want to pay cash for it and go about our business. So it's like, look, I guess you could say, I don't want to call it a side hustle because people can actually live off of this if that's what they wanted to do. Like, it can actually pay you about $800 to $1,000 a week. This can pay you. So for somebody that lives that lifestyle where they can make it off of $3,600 to $4,000 a month, it'll pay your lifestyle. And if you're one of those people that already live off of less than that, because let's be honest, the economy is horrible. So if you're one of them people that already live off of $2,500, $3,000 a month, and you want a little freedom, this right here will give you that freedom, because you can easily make that in a month just doing this.
And how long, like these 41 stops, how long will it take you? So we was up at like what time?
So this is just because of me. Like, I'm that military in me. I like to be extra early. I'd rather be at the place waiting instead of showing up right on time. So leave at like 5:30, and the place from my house is like an hour, so it gets you there by 6:30. But anybody that's from Houston know that you drive anywhere in Houston, everything in Houston is an hour away, so you already gonna drive an hour to get anywhere. People drive to work and it take them 45 minutes to an hour, so that's not nothing uncommon for Houston. So take you about an hour to get there. Pickup is 7, so you get there, you just wait. When they open the door, you get in and out 20, 30 minutes max, marking boxes and stuff, and you out of there. It tells you on the app when you get the load that it'll take you 6 hours, 5 hours. So I got an SUV, so I get bigger routes. So this one says it's gonna take 6.5 hours, 6.5 hours.
For 10 miles.
But from my experience, normally when it takes 6.5 hours, I can get it done in like 4.5, 5 hours. I'm normally like an hour and a half or 2 faster than what the app says. I don't know if it's because of my driving. I don't know if it's because how fast I move with the package. My system, I have no clue. Everybody got to find their own system. But for me, I normally, if it say 6.5 hours, that means the time that based on my experience, everybody's experience different. If it say 6.5 hours, normally when I leave the house and walk back in the door, it takes me 6.5 hours. So that hour drive I told you coming, but I also pick routes that are in my area. So when I finish, I'm normally like 15, 20 minutes away from the house, because I know Houston. I grew up here. Like, I know my area. So I pick the ones that are in my area. So when I finish, I'm at the house, basically. I don't have to drive an hour to get back home. So normally, like I said, if it say, I pick routes up that say 8 hours, that means in my mind, I'm gonna be out the house 8 hours from the time I walk out the door at 5:30 in the morning to coming back in. Of course, those times change because sometimes the pickup time is 9 o'clock, sometimes the pickup is 10 o'clock. I prefer the ones that be 7 o'clock in the morning, so I can go and get out the way, don't have to deal with afternoon traffic and all that. But yeah, you normally, for me, whatever the time it says the route duration is gonna take, I'm normally out the house and back in the house within that time. I picked up 4-hour routes for like $85. And if it said 4 hours, I walk out the house at 5:15. I'm normally back in the house by 9:15, 9:20. It take me that 4 hours. So yeah, I normally knock like an hour and a half, 2 hours off of the time. So again, this route, I think it was 6.5. I'm gonna be back in the house around 1 o'clock, 1:30.
And what was the total of the packages today?
It was 41 packages.
41. And what will you make at the end of the day?
This route, I believe it said 115, 114, 115, but you gotta remember, like, for admin fees and all that off of the top, so it end up being like 113. And that's how I calculate whether or not if it's worth it. Right now, because gas is good, I can fill my truck up for like $50, but that's if I'm on E. If I'm like on the E, the 50 miles to empty that pops up, like if I'm on E, it take me like $50, $60 to fill the truck up. But I'm only gonna drive out probably half a tank of gas, so basically like $25, $30. So in my mind, subtract the $25, $30 from the 115 or whatever, and that's what you got. And when I do it, as long as it's making over $20-something an hour, because again, they say 6.5, but it ain't gonna take me that. And making $20-something an hour, but I'm back at home around lunchtime, which if I would, because I'm retired military, if I was just at the house chilling, I would stay up all, because I'm a night person. I stay up all night, watch TV, watch movies. If I got something to do, I get up. If not, I lay in the bed till 11:30, 12 o'clock sometimes. So basically, I'm just coming home at the time I would get up if I stayed up till like 5, 6 in the morning. It don't matter. I'm retired. I can do that. Bills are taken care of. But yeah, for those that want to just be able to control it, because you're 1099, so you got to do your own taxes and all that stuff. I know everybody talk about the wear and tear on your car and all that, but I didn't buy a car to just sit and look at it in the driveway. I bought it to drive. And if you got a regular job, and again, if you're in Houston, you got a regular job, you're gonna drive that to go to work and go home anyway. When I get to my first destination and start doing the package drop-offs, on my calculation, round trip, just driving from house to house to house on about 40 packages, some days it's 60. I'm only roughly driving 50, maybe 60 miles, just dropping the packages off between the houses, and that's when I got the high amount of packages. When I got the normal amount of packages, like normal is like if you got a 4-door car, I got an SUV. So if you got a 4-door car, a normal amount of packages is between 20 to 35. So that means once you get to the warehouse and leave and all that, whatever your distance is to get to your location, that 25, 30 packages, you only gonna drive maybe 30 to 40 miles, just because you're basically in a certain area. So you're gonna drive 30 to 40 miles. So when people say the wear and tear on your car, you're only adding 30 to 40 miles. And I'm sorry, like 30 to 40 miles ain't really changing your brakes and your oil too much, because we have vacations and fun. You're gonna run that anyway. So nah, it don't bother me that much. I didn't buy my car to sit and look at it. I can't take it with me, but if it can make me some money, it's gonna make me some money. So when you think about the wear and tear on your car, look at it like somebody that drives a box truck, an 18-wheeler, a taxi. Like, that's what it's for. It's not regular, just you dogging your crowd. You're gonna use it, you use it, and it's making you money. It's a difference when you driving your car and wasting it and burning your oil up, your gas and all that, and you're not making no money. This makes money while you're using your car, so I don't have a problem with it.
Talk about how you get the routes? Like, how do they come in?
That's the funny part. That's finicky. Like, once you get on it. So for us in our
What's the
area,
name of that?
the VEHO, 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 they drop for us in our area because they drop at different times in different areas. I know, like, on the East Coast, they drop them at like 6. On the West Coast, they drop it at like 7 at night. And in our area, the Central Time Zone in Houston, they drop them at 8 o'clock at night. But because of how many people are on it and using it, you got to be on it because they drop at 8. But guess what? They gonna be gone. All the routes will be gone at 8:01. So I got an alarm set every day to go off at 7:50, and I sit there and I just keep refreshing it for those 8 to 10 minutes. Cause some days they'll drop them early, and some days they don't. So I'm prepared as they drop early. I'm already there. Cause when you see your routes, you see one that's in your area. Cause like for example, Houston, they'll say Houston, Katy, Conroe, they all go all the way out to College Station, Bryan, Montgomery, Kingwood. I know my area, so as soon as I see them, you gotta go ahead and try and reserve them as fast as you can because they disappear that fast, literally. If they drop at 8, they gone by 8:01 max, because everybody's on there trying to get a route. But since I know my area, as soon as I see it, I try to get it. There's days I have where I don't get a route. But for the most part, in a 7-day week, that might only happen once, maybe twice that I don't get a route. Which is fine by me, because again, the reason that we're doing this is we're building something and we're trying to do something that we'll come out with later on in the future. We're not giving up all the goodies, because I'm just one of those people, I don't show my cards. I'm not telling you what the overall plan is until we can solidify and the plan is done. I don't just tell you ahead of time. You're gonna find out after we completed it. Like, it's sort of like taking pictures or going out to eat or going on vacation. I'm not posting or telling you about the vacation or we went somewhere until I'm back home. You'll never know where I'm at while I'm there. Same with this. So the reason we're doing this, because again, I told you, we're retired. We don't have to do this. The retirement paycheck takes care of our life. Got a blessed life, a good life. It takes care of it, but we got a business adventure that we want to take on. And this is what we're going to use this to pay for it, so it doesn't take away from the life we already have. I never want to take away. I'm all about adding. So I'm not gonna take away from the funds that we already use to live our life. Instead, I want us to use this for the next move. And so missing a route, a day here, 2 there, it doesn't bother me. It's been times where I'm like, hey, we just gonna have family time, like it's the holidays. There's been times I'm like, I'm not taking no routes for the next 3 days. I'm just gonna hang out with the family. But as the year ends and, you know, Christmas shopping's done, Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus has done Christmas shopping. So we don't have to go crazy with getting the routes, because believe it or not, this has funded Christmas. We didn't even have to use our normal funds to pay for Christmas. This funded Christmas for everybody. But after this is over, we're going to use this money for the next venture. And within the next 4, I gave myself 6 months as just a buffer. But you know, anybody that knows me know I compete against myself. Like, I don't compete with nobody. So I told myself 6 months. So right now, especially in the beginning of the new year, I'm on a race against myself to do it faster than 6 months, because I'm my own competition. See what I'm saying? We have to take the music out.
That's our first stop. This is trying to keep it steady. These packages are like HelloFresh packages. I felt one of them felt like a shirt or something. So like Zara or something like that. I seen one lady, hers said Zara on there, but just HelloFresh boxes. And we in the neighborhood. Let me drop off. It's 7:45, and he's dropping off his first package before they even wake up. He gonna scan it, take a picture, and we done. Lost my husband in these apartments. He walked to deliver a package, and I went to the restroom, and now I'm waiting by the car. He's in one of these buildings. Drop off at the Embassy Suites. What stop is this?
Head northeast on Hughes Landing Boulevard for Constellation Point Drive.
Nordstrom at the mall. It's probably gonna be a couple of packages, like 3 or 4.
Woodlands Mall?
Yep. Covered by 3 or 4 at the Woodlands Mall. Drop off those packages, and we'll see, because this is like 14. So.
Oh, okay. We knocking them down?
Yep. I do them in 10s in my mind.
Oh, okay.
Get the first 10 and like, all right, let's get to 20. Then let's get to 30. Then let's get to 40. You good to go?
Turn right on the far to Market Road 1314 South.
This is our last stop. Stop 41.
Yep. Last one. Say I'm gonna get there in 3 minutes.
And it's 11:02.
So say I'll be able to know for sure when I close out. I think it says 6.5 hours to do this. But after I drop this last package, we'll know for sure. It's either 6 or 6.5. So you left at 5:30. 11:30 will make it 6 hours. 12 will make it 6.5 hours. Remember, I told you I like to, my mind, I told you I'm in competition with myself. So I'll be trying to get back in the house based on the time that they say it's gonna take. So they say, so if it's, for example, 6 hours, my mind will be like, I need to get back in the house by 11:30. If it's 6.5 hours, I'm like, I gotta get back in the house by 12. Well, this last stop, remember I told you I pick up routes that are close by the house. So when I end, I'm close to home. I don't like to have to drive all the way back. An hour to get home. And so right now, I would say we're roughly like 15, 20 minutes from the house. Yeah, so I'll be home and we'll be back to the house in 15 to 20 minutes after I drop this last package off. But I'll show you what it looks like when you drop off the last package and close out your route after I drop this package off. Scan it. Delivery photo.
Hey Spotifyers, click or tap the banner to listen to Christmas classics. Timeless, heartwarming classics from 1940 to 1980 by Pluto TV. Watch now on the Pluto TV app on your smart TV, smartphone, or tablet, or at pluto.tv. Stream now, pay never.
Confirm. And done. Close this out. That's what the route looked like. These are all the different stops in the area. Complete route. As long as nothing crazy happened and everything goes smoothly, I just give it 5 stars. Great route. Submit feedback. And it's done. 6.5 hours. Pay is $118. Like I said, 6.5 hours putting me back at the house at 12. So I'm like 44 minutes ahead of time. Like I said, with 20 minutes from the house. So I will be back in the house in less than 6 hours. So from the time I left till when I get home, it's less time than the duration they say it would take. And me being who I am, because I'm OCD, I take a screenshot. Got to make sure the money add up. But that's it. That's the end of the day. Back home by lunchtime.